22, section 1.2, problem 18, and you have to graph by hand the function f of x equal, give me the function f of x.
It's
1 minus 2x, 1 minus 2x. So by hand, without a calculator, you have several ways to do it. One of them is something that you are going to see in section 1.3, which is much quicker than the one that you've seen in 1.2. In 1.2, you're basically saying if you have x, what is going to be the value of f of x? Okay? And usually that is equal to y. So you can foresee that is a line, so you expect it to have 3 points. One is going to be 0, and so therefore f of 0. And if you have a problem writing f of 0, maybe what you can write is f when x equals 0. Myself, for a long time, I wrote fx equals 0 because f of 0 was not speaking to me. If it is speaking to you, that's okay. You substitute by 0, 1 minus 2 times multiplied by 0, and you end up as an answer equal 1. Then you can take 1, calculate f of 1, which is going to be 1 minus 2 times multiplied by 1, and that is going to be equal to negative 1. And then you have to take, even though you know it's a line and 2 points are sufficient to draw a line, you can use a negative number to make sure that you do remember that you need to use also a negative number, and you can calculate f of negative 1. And that is going to be 1 minus 2 multiplied. Now, because you are dealing with a negative number, I will use a parenthesis every time I'm dealing with a negative number. Okay, like this, I'm sure I'm not making any mistake. And now I'm going to have 1 minus 2 multiplied by negative 1. It's 1 plus 2. The answer is going to be 3 because the minus 2, kind of minus 2 multiplied by minus 1 equal plus. And so now you can plot this point. So if I decide to represent, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it right here. And I'm going to select the equation, number 2. So I'm going to, where is it, select, right there. There we go. And I'm going to do this. Select the equation. And graph it. Oh no, that's not the one I want to graph. Anyway, it doesn't work. Oh, here we go. 1 minus 2x, and select an action, and I want to graph it into dimension. And why do I have? Oh, I know why. Because you consider that as 1 multiplied of x. So I'm just going to get rid of it. You pretty much understand what I was saying, right? Okay, so we're good to go. You can do it, and I'm just going to do it right here. Make sure that we're okay. Why? Select that. And now I have my line. We good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you.
By the way.
All right, so let's move on. So now we are on page 20, problem number 2. Problem number 2, page 20, problem number 2, and we have the set of solution of x such that x is greater than or equal than negative 3. Okay, and so basically what you're going to do, you're going to do a number line. You're going to get your 0 is right here. So your negative 3, 1, 2, negative 3 is right there. And then you are going to say x is greater, so I'm going to the right. When x is greater, I'm going to the right. And then you're going to say, oh, because there is an equal, that means I'm going to use my bracket.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, and because it's greater, it goes this way.
Yeah, the bracket is this way because if I'm going this way, if my line was going this way, I would have do my bracket like that. Okay, because the bracket means negative 3 is also a value that x can be equal to. We good? Now, when you're done with that, you are going to be able to say, oh, all right, so that means that my interval notation is going to be negative 3 plus infinity, because obviously I'm going toward plus infinity. Plus infinity, there is always a parenthesis, and next to negative 3, I need to have a bracket with a comma right there.
So this
So let me give you another example, because right now you see that x is greater, and this greater than equal is going kind of this, it looks like the same direction than the arrow right here. And most of the time students are confused, are doing very quickly, oh, I'm going this way, so my direction of my arrow is going this way. But remember that x greater than equal than 3, than negative 3, can be also written this way. Both, here we go. Both mean exactly the same thing. Because when I read my inequality, I'm starting always from my variable. So right there, my variable is greater than or equal than negative 3. And both will give me exactly the same interval notation, which is right there.
Okay.
All right?
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you.